My next guest is going to be back in action taking on Tyler Smythe. Cage Titans 66 this Saturday. Andrew Valdina. Andrew, how's it going?
Going good, brother. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Great to talk to you. I know we're a couple, days out before the fight and everything, so appreciate you doing this, man. How much notice did you get for this fight? Because obviously a big opportunity here on Saturday.
So for the fight, yeah, I had a fight back in May 25th, and I picked up a dub there. And I was actually looking to take a little bit of time off, but then like literally a week later, his name's getting thrown around at me. He's saying that he wants to fight me, go up a weight class. So I think that was like a week after that fight. So I had, plenty of time, another full camp, back to back, which I'm no stranger to. I've done that plenty of times in the past. So I've had plenty of time to plan for this kid.
That's great. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, man. How did you get involved in combat sports? Where did this journey start for you?
So I was always a little guy growing up. I needed to learn to defend myself. But during that time period as well, I wanted to play like basketball, right? I was a big basketball guy in high school and stuff, or I tried to be. And then I got cut from the friggin' JV basketball tryouts. And then the wrestling coach poached all those kids that got cut from there saying, hey, why don't you try out the wrestling? And I was like, all right, I'll try it out. And I really, I did a little bit when I was, in youth. I didn't really care for it that much, but I picked it back up in high school, fell in love with it. One of the biggest decisions I've ever made. And then that just led into college wrestling. And my head coach at Bridgewater State, Frank Camisa, he corners Joe Lozon for all of his UFC fights. So Lozon MMA was a hop, skipping away, right over to from campus. It was like 15-minute drive. So went there to cut weight one night, fell in love with that atmosphere just as much as I did with the wrestling atmosphere, maybe even more so. And I kind of just took my fight, I think, 3 months after my last college wrestling match. And, the rest is history.
Love it. That's great, man. And along with fighting, what else do you do for a living? What's paying the bills for you right now?
This is actually it. I'm making this my full-time gig. It's, it gets a little tricky and dicey sometimes, but I have, generous sponsors and good family that kind of, help me like get those sponsors and stuff like that. So I've been trucking along, taking, the fights as they come and paving my way.
Yeah, and you can't have any regrets, man. You're going all in on this, which is great. And I see you got the Top Game Management shirt on there. Tyson Chartier, the Tony Soprano of the New England Cartel. How did you link up with them? Obviously, one of the best management groups in the game.
Yeah, man, Tyson's been awesome. He's been helping me a lot. I actually switched over to management with Tyson and training with the New England Cartel this past year. Before that, I was with Lozon MMA my entire career. Up until probably like 7 or 8 months ago, I started just, jumping ship, switching gyms over to New England Cartel. There's a lot of high-level guys there, and I knew where I wanted to take my career and what direction I wanted to go with it. And, Tyson's given me tons of great opportunities, good matchups. The last fight was a great matchup, in my opinion. After a year layoff, I got a good matchup and got the first-round dub. And this one's a great matchup, too. Thank you, Tyson and Top Game Management for helping me, secure a predicted dub here.
Love it. Let's talk about your opponent here, 8-fight veteran. I know there's a little bit of heat between you two, but stylistically, how are you looking at this fight?
Stylistically, I mean, I think on paper you could say it's like, most people are going to say wrestler versus striker. Most of Tyler Smythe's fights, his clearest path to victory is going to be grappling, having some type of connection. He doesn't like to stand in space. Anyone that's going to be looking at this fight this weekend, you're going to see the uncomfortability that he has of just looking a little awkward out there, like when he's in space. And on the flip side of the coin, brother, you're going to see me, loosey-goose, being able to go into, different stances, different positions, anywhere I want to go and to dictate this fight. So most people are going to say wrestler versus striker, but I just say a freestyle fighter versus just a strict wrestler.
You mentioned the Cartel and training with those guys over there. Who have been some of the main guys helping you get ready for this opportunity? Who have been some of the main training partners?
My main trainer partners these days is Joe Poirier, Joey Guns. He's also gracing the card this Saturday. He's got a big fight against Adrian Haley. Connor Matthews, he's one of the biggest helpers. He gives us Mom's Basement, which is another little gym that we hit and stuff. He's always helping us drive to different locations. He's always busting his ass in the gym with us, even if he's out of fight camp. And all those guys at Cartel: Carlos Lazoya, Tom Pags, Nick Fiore, Freddie, Shawn Nichols is also on the card. It takes a village, man, and the Cartel always like helps each other out, and regardless of when they have fights scheduled.
And I got to mention too, I'm getting you here on a Tuesday. You're going to be fighting this weekend. You seem in a great mood. Sounds like the cut's going well, or that hasn't really started yet.
I don't know if you can ever find me in a bad mood, honestly, man. I like to keep myself in high spirits, but yeah, the cut is definitely going really well. My weight's exactly where it should be. This is going to be another easy weight cut. and we're gonna be smooth sailing.
Your corner, who's going to be in the cage with you on Saturday?
The corner's the same as last time. It's gonna be Tyson Chartier, Pete Luciani, who is literally, he's like the mad science of the Northeast when it comes to MMA and striking. Man, he is a madman, but he knows his shit. And then Joe Lozon's also cornering me as well.
Love it. And how's this one playing out on Saturday? How do you see it unfolding?
I've been saying first round KO. I'm very confident in my striking. I'm really confident in my counter wrestling as well. I can see myself either just starching him, standing, just open space, or him shooting it on a shot and me kind of countering that and just ending up on top, delivering some vicious elbows. So it's either going to be a first round KO or I'm going to get some good reads, and it'll be an early second round stoppage as well.
A win here is pretty big for you. There'd be 6 in a row. This is the type of stuff that Contender Series is looking at. I know they're kind of booking out those cards right now. Not looking past Saturday, obviously, but a win here, how big is that for you, and what type of doors will that open?
I think my entire professional career, every fight that I've taken has been my biggest fight of my life, honestly. Again, like you said, I never look past my opponents. I treat every single opponent that I face, regardless of their record, regardless of where they're from, regardless of what they look like, they are going to be like, champion level caliber in my mind. I train my hardest to beat everybody in my path. And once I'm past Tyler, man, I think huge opportunities open up. Whether it's for title contention for local regional scenes, or really giving a hard knock on the next stage's door, UFC. I'd love to get a Contender Series shot eventually. I've been telling everybody though, but like in particular though, for this next stretch of this year here, the end of the year, I'm only looking for tough fights. I want tough contender style fights. I want to go into deep water and really challenge myself and prove to myself and to everybody else that I am ready for the next level.
Talked all about fighting. What are some of your other interests? What are some of your other hobbies outside of fighting? I imagine where you live, big sports fan, or like what are some other stuff you're into?
Oh yeah, you gotta be a sports fan when you're in Boston, man. The Boston area. We gotta look at the Celtics. You kidding me? Yeah. But outside of fighting, which I honestly do like every single day, but I like to play video games when I got some time to kill when I get home after sessions and stuff. Like a couple hours between each session, I'll hop on the Xbox, something like that, play with my boys. I just got done right before this interview. I got done playing a few games of horse and that scorching sun out there with my roommates. So
good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were playing some basketball out there, and I don't know. Connor Matthews got like a bike trail near his house. Sometimes we'll take the bike out there or go for a little jog over there or something like that.
I got to ask you a Bruins guy at all? Boston Bruins, because I'm a big hockey fan. I'm Canadian. I'm a Canucks guy. We were supposed to hate the Bruins, but look at you and me getting along here. So you watch hockey at all?
For now, we're getting no. But I'm okay. I like the Bruins, of course. I'm gonna root for every Boston team. But honestly, out of all the sports, like the 4 major, I'm probably watching hockey the least. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys got a really good player in the offseason named Nikita Zadorov. He used to play for the Canucks. He's with you guys now. He hits, he fights, he does it all. So I'm telling you, he's going to be like your favorite Bruin if you do catch any games this year. I'm just saying right now because he's awesome. And then on the flip side, we got we just got from you guys Jake DeBrusk, who used to play for you guys. He's on our team now. Yep. So looking forward to this season. It's going to be a good one. And then looking forward to this fight, man. Cage Titan 66. You got to watch it live on Spectation Sports. Andrew, thanks so much for doing this. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, shout out to all my sponsors. Like I said earlier, it takes a village, man. You guys definitely help me keep my head above water many times and help me, get to each workout and, just make a good, healthy fight camp. So I can't thank all the sponsors enough for, giving me that support. Shout out to my family. That's my basically my number one sponsor right there. I love my family so much. They're always supporting me, coming to my fights, watching them, supporting them, sharing all my tickets sales and shit like that, trying to get ticket sales for me. And then shout out to my team. Shout out Cartel. I've been going to Lozon's once a week. Shout out to Joe and all those guys there. Shout out to SOS Skill of Strength and Mom's Basement. Let's go. Let's get a dub, baby.
Awesome. All right, man.